Honestly, I was not planning on using my mic, but I might actually have to, just to explain this. So, Hazik, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Apologize if I'm not. You said the chords D major, you said G major, you said E minor, and you said A major. I think you're just trying to sort of ask how to sort of spice them up a bit, or just add licks in between, or I guess make it more interesting. You probably could. It's really hard to explain because I'm sort of just improvising all the time, as most of you guys know. So it's sort of comes like automatic and natural. So I don't consciously think about it as I'm doing it. But I guess you could sort of make them. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain this. Have like little melodies sort of intertwined between those chords. So you said D major, so and G major, E minor, and E major. So I would probably go. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I made that a seventh chord. That's like automatic. Sorry about that. So. I hope that sort of gives you a little bit of insight and perspective. Again, I wasn't planning to use my microphone because I'm sort of tired and I sound like it. But I guess I'll just stay with it. That way I don't have to keep responding to comments while typing because I'm not the fastest typer. Yeah, and at least this way I can just address everyone without having to tag them. So what's up, Jaime or Jamie? What's up? What's up, Vital211? Thank you again for the donation. What's up, Jack Package? Zaxial Oxygen. Zaxial Oxygen is wondering any recommendations for an anime song for a beginner to learn. A beginner song to learn would probably be, and this is just my bias because I really do love this song, is this one. I know I'm playing in the wrong key, but I don't care. Sure that everyone in the chat knows which one that is, so I don't even think I need to name the title of it. But if I must, it's Again, and it's an OST from Shigatsu Kimi. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna say the English name. You Lie in April. And the reason why I like it so much is just because the melody is really simple, it sounds great, and it's sort of a slower song. The only difficult part would not even difficult. I mean, the only part that you might have trouble with is the that line that keeps repeating over and over again. So, but it's really not that difficult as long as you slow it down. You'll eventually get it, and then you can get it up to speed. I mean, yeah. So just. Okay, I'll just play it in the original key. That way you don't think I'm just trying to transpose everything to transpose everything to C just so I can play all the white notes. So. you don't have to layer those two together if you don't want to. I mean, that actually does make it difficult if you if you do the repeating sort of arpeggio line. Is it arpeggio? Probably not. Sorry. Let me just address some of the other people. Jeremy's in here. Oh my god, that's not how you pronounce the name, but I mean, that's kind of just how I read it. Jerem WTL, what's good, man? Peace out, Sam. He said I have to go to work. Thank you for this moment. Well, thank you for listening, man. Appreciate it so much. Kira says, as long as you don't try to learn the Ishtar's arrangement of Again, it should be fine. He does some difficult stuff in his room. I haven't seen his arrangement. I mean, I have, but it's been quite a while, so I've forgotten. But I guess maybe it is difficult if you play his arrangement. What is up, Samuel Wong? Good to see you. Super Six says 2 streams in one day, my guy. It doesn't take. It's not that. How should I say this? Because I have my streaming set up now, it really doesn't take very much effort to stream. So I'm not using like my phone or anything anymore. So I kind of just, if I want to stream, I'll just stream, on the fly. And if I'm feeling impulsive about it, I'll just do it. Sandy says, knock noise is so soothing. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the ASMR. Today, we're going to be enjoying finger sounds. Fluttering. I hope you enjoy my new content of ASMR. I'm just freaking kidding. Excuse me. Kid Cat says, what's the most common arpeggio pattern you usually use? Ooh, man, I can't be giving away all my secrets, can I? I mean, the most common arpeggio that I use that everyone else uses as well, that way I don't give away all my secrets, would probably be this one. That's just, okay, don't make fun of me. I'm going to play it in C just for the sake of making it easy on myself. So, everyone uses this one, so I'll slow it down. So G, C, D, your thumb on G, index finger on C, your middle finger on D, and then you repeat. You want to go to the top, your pinky on G, then go back down and descend again. D with your middle finger, C with your index finger, G back on your thumb, then cross over, and then repeat. So if you ever watch the Ishtar, he used to use this arpeggio quite frequently. So for example, when he would do bass slams or arpeggios into the bass slams, he would most definitely use this one. So for example, so he would use that one. And yeah, when I had seen that when I first joined the anime pianist community back in 2015, I was like, oh my god, that sounds incredible. I have to incorporate that into my style. And I did. So that is probably the most common arpeggio that I use that everyone else uses. But I'm sorry, I can't give away my secret arpeggios. I mean, they're not super secret. You could probably slow them down and see what I'm doing, but yeah. Because most of the arpeggios and runs that I do I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but they really are mine. They really are created and, by me. So I do sort of take pride in them. So that's why I can't just be giving them out like so easily, you know. If you end up like learning it yourself, I am not going to hold it against you. But, you know. Let's see. So Vital says, so long shot here, but there was a song called the Krone song or something like that, and she would sing while the piano played. The enemy was like, she sang, she would cast. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Super Six says, I've been waiting for these streams for all of 2020, so it's actually a treat for me. Okay, for sure. Well, I'm glad you got to catch this one. It's the ASMR. I'm telling you, the ASMR channel is definitely happening. Let's see. The best arpeggio is the one that you did at the end of Grimgar. Which arpeggio did I do at the end of Grimgar? I feel like it had to have been. At least it was like. Oh my gosh! You know, I can actually go into that arpeggio. So that arpeggio was inspired by Kyle Landry's Hikari, or his Simple and Clean version. I think it was his 2008 version. So when I saw that when I was like a little kid, like maybe 11 or 12, I always thought, my god, that arpeggio is freaking amazing. And I never really learned how to do it until I think 2018, 2017 maybe. It's sort of descending, and you sort of hit the bottom note of the start of the arpeggio with your left hand, and with your right hand you just play the arpeggio. So for example, C minor, right? You'd play the C with your left hand, and then you would descend with your right hand. So bottom C with your left, top C with your right and pinky, and then your index finger on G, thumb on E flat, and then back your, excuse me, what did I say? Thumb? I meant index finger on E flat, and then your thumb on C. So, right? And you would just go down. So, down to G, freaking E flat. Right, so. Like that. I hope that helps a little bit. Sandy says, I don't think it's cocky, because that's why you're one of my favorite arrangers. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad to know it doesn't sound arrogant, and it doesn't sound conceited. Because I would really not like to come off that way. Have you heard Homura from the Demon Slayer movie? I have not. I guess I'll have to check that one out later. How do you excuse me? How do you practice arpeggios? Kid Cat says. I don't. To be honest, I really don't practice arpeggios. I sort of just play them. Like I'll play them live, and I'll be like, okay, well I guess that's my arpeggio. I mean, like if I were to practice, I really just don't practice, to be honest. I mean, I do practice scales, but not arpeggios, not really. But I guess if I were to practice, I would just slow it down, you know, so. I guess. Excuse me. Did not mean to burp. Onyx Antares, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, says, sheesh, you have no business being this talented. You're gonna have to arrest me, man. I'm just kidding, but thank you. Can you play Song of Storms? Ooh, it looks like we have a Zelda thing here. Kid Cat says, dude got talent out of nowhere. Thanks, Matt. Do you even practice at all? Okay, what I consider practicing doesn't count to a lot of people, but I guess the way I practice is I just play. So if someone asks me like, oh, how long did you practice today? And I'll be like, oh, I practiced for about an hour. That just means I'm playing for an hour. That doesn't mean I'm actually sort of like playing the same thing over and over again, trying to get it perfectly. It just means I've spent an hour on the piano or keyboard. So no, for the most part, I don't really practice. I mean, I probably would be better. I mean, no, not probably. I would be better objectively if I practiced, but I just don't enjoy practicing. I would rather just play, and that's kind of what I've always done. Can you play Call of Silence? I actually did play that one in the live stream earlier today in the morning, but I can play it again if you would like. Noel says, I prefer the guitar version. Unfortunately, the top string of my guitar broke off a while ago and I need to restring it, so I guess I'll have to do that for next time, and then maybe I can play that in front of you guys. I don't think I've ever done guitar in a live stream. Super Six says he played that earlier today. I'm not tripping for an encore though. Ty Sonic says that is so beautiful. I love this song. Oh, I'm glad. Any haiku OST? I've never watched haiku, so I'm not familiar with any of the music, but maybe I'll actually have to check it out. Super Six says, I would love to hear Krone from Guilty Crown if you can. I can definitely play that one. Just give me a couple seconds here. Can you play Isabel's Lullaby from this, excuse me, The Promised Never? I've never heard about that one. Guess I'll have to take a mental note and check that one out as well. Oh, and by the way, if you guys ever join, like, how should I say this? If you guys keep joining my streams and you notice, like, oh, how should I say, no, I'm phrasing this wrong. If you guys keep requesting, like, the same song throughout different streams, I'll eventually probably be more inclined to learn it. So if, let's say, next stream I see you again, and then you're like, oh, can you learn that haiku OST? I'll probably just be like, okay, if it's that important to you, I probably will learn it. I mean, it's not a guarantee, but just the more you request something, not in the same live stream, like, do not spam, please, but the more you request something in, like, future live streams, I'll most likely be way more inclined to learn it. Samuel Wong says, I liked Spice, Shokugeki no Soma, the one you played years ago, especially with the echo effects. The echo effects, I think you're talking about the delay. And that's something I also do take pride in, because I've actually never seen any other anime pianists use delay other than if they're using it post effects, so post production. Like they'll add it in like GarageBand or something. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it live as they're playing it, so I do take a bit of pride in it, I must say so. So let me put that on. Let's see. Do you know how to play Call of Silence on the piano? Your guitar performance is insane. Thank you, Joshua. I definitely know how to play on the piano too. I can play that a little bit later after I do Krone. It's just that I did play that earlier in my morning live stream, but I guess an encore will have to do. Yeah, I will definitely get to that one, Kira. I will definitely play BIOS/Krone. So we got annoy the heck out of you is what you're saying. Nah. Like I said, it doesn't really annoy me as long as it's not in the same stream, because that would be kind of considered spam. But as long as, like, you know, they're different streams, you just keep coming back and you're like, have you learned that one yet? Or do you think you can still learn that one? Like, again, I'll probably have incentives to be like, yeah, okay, I'll just take some time too. Can you play the AOT theme, sir? Attack on Titan theme? You really mean like the first opening? I'll get rid of that delay. I love that part when it's like played live, because everyone's just like, nah, nah. Everyone gets so involved in the crowd. You know any Seraph of the End song? I actually don't know any Owari no Seraph OSTs other than the one that I had covered in 2015, which was the Farewell Family one. So I'm sorry, I don't know the PFSOTEAD3. And what's up with these names? Like, Sawano Hiroyuki comes up with the most random names. It's like he was just high one day and he's just like, Sweet Basket 2. Sweet Basket 2. And then everyone just eats it up. They're like, oh, dude, he's so freaking artsy. I mean, as long as the music's good. But he just literally, like, gets, like, drunk or high and he just, like, comes up with the craziest names. And I swear, I really believe that's what he does. Not really, just kidding. Hello from Australia. Good to see you, Alira. Nice to hear that you're from a different country. Sad Asian says, I like the Sasageo part so much. All random names, but they're godly. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're good enough, you can literally get away with anything. If you just come out with some fire music, you could literally, like, name it like Red Timberlands, and, like, people would eat it up. They'd be like, oh, dude, you heard that Red Timberlands, dude? You heard that Red Timberlands, bro? That should go. That shit's fire. Ooh, looks like Reese Lurk just took a dump. I would say TMI, but nah, it's fine. just going to mute my mic so I can play the Krone. So, let's see. H. Dave says, "What song is this?" Well, Super Sick kind of answered you already, but it's Krone from Guilty Crown, just like you said. Kira says, "Man, that's just awesome. I love it. Big clap." Well, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Joshua says, "Beautiful. Thank you so much." Super Six says, "Thanks, bro. That was amazing." Thank you, man. Does anyone have any other requests or anything that they'd like to hear? And yeah. Or any questions? Do you know the Fairy Tale Main theme song? I feel like I do, but I'm not too sure that I know how to play it on the piano. Like, I'm familiar with how it sounds, but Keisha says, "Can you play the Erased OP?" I most definitely can. Kid Cat says, "My dearest." I can get to that one, sure. Nagino Asukara ending 2, please. How does the second one go? Oh man, I think I used to know how to play that one. It's been a while, so I'm not sure if I remember it. Undertale. Any chance you know the Genshin Impact? If you do, any particular theme you like? No, I actually did play the game when it first came out, the week it launched, but I will be honest, I did not enjoy it. I feel like I just don't really like anime games. Or not anime games, but anime style games. That might be a bummer to some, but I feel like I didn't play it long enough to really get into the soundtrack. I sort of just put it down within the day that I played it and just deleted the app on my PlayStation and never played it again. So maybe I'm missing out, but I'm not familiar with any of the music, unfortunately. Maybe I'll check it out. Sad Asian says Glassy Sky. I can eventually get to that one. See, Malik says My Truth. I can get to that one as well. Super Six says, "It's fine. Genshin is a money pit." LOL. Why? Does it have like lots of microtransactions? Because I'm not sure. I haven't really done too much research into it after I deleted it and never played it again. I sort of just like erased it from my mind. Because I was really hyped actually. When everyone spoke about it, they spoke about it in high regards. Like, "Oh my gosh, Genshin is such an awesome game. It's free. Everyone's gonna love it. It's like anime style. It's beautiful." I ended up playing it. I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna put it down. Pianography says, "What are some current songs that you play in your free time?" No, I don't even really know any of the current songs. Like, I do feel sort of bad because I posted that community. I did that community post, I think a couple weeks ago, asking like, "Oh, what current new song should I learn or play for a video?" And like a few people answered, and I kind of didn't get to any of them, so I do feel bad, but I will eventually get to some of them. So the latest song that I did learn was freaking the Demon Slayer OP, and that's not even current. That's like 2 years old, or almost close to it. No Warrior theme, pretty cool. Never heard of that one. What about Silhouette? Well, I should probably pick one out of all these requests first. How does the main theme to Fairy Tale go? It's like... Actually, let me listen to that real quick. Main theme, Fairy Tale. I'll have to mute that for a second. I don't mean current songs as in newly released songs, but just what do you personally currently play? If you're asking about anime, what do I play? Like, again, I think the newest one that I did learn was the Demon Slayer opening, and that one was sort of, it's okay, it started out as like for a video, but then it sort of just became for my personal enjoyment, just because I feel like I can't really add that much to what is already out there as far as the covers of that song. So I'm most likely just going to, yeah, not post the video. I mean, maybe I will, I don't know. But that was the latest one. And if you're just asking about songs in general, I'm pretty sure that you guys aren't familiar. But if you are, like, kudos to you. There's an R&B artist by the name of Daniel Caesar, and he has a song called Get To You, and that sort of goes like this. So. Song is Get You by Daniel Caesar. There you go. But yeah, I think it's a really beautiful song. It's heavily it's definitely R&B, which is my favorite genre. Oh, Daniel Caesar says pianography. I don't really listen to his music much, but it's a collab. But his collab song with Jacob Collier was a banger. I must agree. It's like that song is like or something like that. Yeah, I cannot play that one, but I actually do listen to that. Will you make covers like these, like R&B and stuff? Probably not. I'll be honest, I feel like most people here don't really enjoy that, or maybe not don't, but wouldn't enjoy it as much as if I were to spend more time covering something that was anime related. I mean, of course I'll learn them for my own enjoyment, and for, like, let's say gigging somewhere, you know, but probably not for this channel. Kira says I like Jacob, but I don't think I've heard that collab. Definitely get on it. Because that is a banger, just like pianography said. Super Six says, did you start out piano with a teacher? I actually did for, I think, it's either a year or less than a year, but yeah, she definitely wanted me to continue, but I sort of had I had a sort of argument, maybe not an argument. She made me cry, I'll be honest. Like, I was young, I was like 11, or yeah, I think it was 11. She was just like kind of crazy, to be honest. Like, she interpreted things like not as they were, so she took, okay, this may sound a little bit immature, but okay, so we had been watching like this video because there were several people at this meeting or whatever, or event that she has holding at her house, and I won't go much into detail, but one of the composers had a really funny name, and I started laughing with this other kid, and we just sort of had a giggle, and then she set me aside and told me to sit out for a little bit. I was like, okay, fine, I get it. I was a little bit immature, and she asked me, oh, do you want to, first of all, she was just like really, not to be mean, but she was like really bitchy. She was very bitchy. She was just like, so are you ready to come back now? And I'm just like, I'm a kid, so I'm like, oh, I'm all polite about it, but I'm like, oh no, it's okay, I think I'll just stay here. But in my mind, I'm just like, dude, I don't want to go back there. Like, I don't want to freaking, like, because I was a little bit embarrassed too, because you know, I was just like, I was like laughing at this composer dude along with this other kid while everyone's trying to take it seriously. So the next time I had seen her, she was just so bitchy to me. She was just passive aggressive and just like so annoying. And you know, I was a good kid, so I'm just like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. I was acting so polite. But then right when I was about to leave and after the lesson was finished, I grabbed my book, and I was about to leave, and she had said, and don't be a smart aleck anymore. And I'm just like, how am I a smart? Like, I didn't say that in my mind. I'm like, how am I a smart aleck? Like, all I did was freaking laugh at a funny composer's name. I mean, dude, I'm a freaking kid. Like, I don't know. So, me being really sensitive, I just ended up like sort of crying and tearing up. And my mom at the time, like, she saw that when I went back to the car when she was gonna pick me up from my teacher's house, and she was pissed off. She was like, what the hell, you, like, she was like, why are you crying? That's terrible. Like, what did she say to you? And then I wouldn't say anything. I was just like such in a terrible mood, just so sad. So she ended up going back to the house and knocking on the door, and you know, my piano teacher answered, and then like she my mom asked, she's like, what did you do to make him cry? And then she's like, oh, I call him a smart aleck because that's what he is. You know. And she basically just said, like, I don't really remember, it's been such a long time, but she basically just went off on my teacher. She just like, look, we're paying you money, first of all, and we're paying you a lot of money. I mean, maybe it wasn't a lot to some people, but you know, we didn't have a ton back then. We still don't have much money, but like, you know, basically saying like, you know, I get that you're tired, but you can't be treating kids that way. I don't care what happened. A kid is a kid, and you don't lash out on them regardless of how you feel. And she just basically said like, okay, well, we're not ever coming again. And then she said, okay, fine. And then that's what we did. We never showed up again. And I was just like I was just like, screw you. Basically, I was just like, yeah, not doing that. So I ended up, you know, learning on my own, and here we are today. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise, because if I would have stayed with that teacher, she probably would have like annoyed the hell out of me. She probably would have just been so passive aggressive for the rest of our time together, and she probably wouldn't have like been open to my ideas, because I was really creative as a kid, especially with music. I mean, I guess I mean, of course I still am, but I mean, as a kid, I just had so many out of the box ideas. You know, like, I didn't want to play the way that you're supposed to, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of a long story. But that's pretty much what happened. So I did have a teacher, but within a year, we parted ways. and I'm glad that I did because she was a bitch. Excuse me. Super 6 says, bruh, I feel you. I had a similar experience. My teacher acted like she was my parent. Part of the reason why I stopped playing. No, yeah, man. Teachers feel like they own you sometimes. It's like, don't forget, you were the ones who supply your paycheck. So, you know, we're not obligated to take your lessons. Nothing's obligatory. So I could just dip out if that's really like what you want. You know? Kit Kat says, laugh my ass off. Ariel Clef says, thanks for sharing your interesting backstory. Well, thank you for listening to my long rant of a story. Super 6 says, kinda wish I continued playing though, because it's so much harder for me to learn now. I do agree in the fact that whenever you try to pick up something later in life, it's way harder, way more difficult, but as they say, it's never too late. Onyx says, and maybe you wouldn't have gotten your style we all love if it didn't happen. Exactly, that's sort of the way I see it too. I wouldn't have I probably wouldn't play like that if I had stayed there. Yeah. Let's see. Pianography says, you like jazz? Okay, if I'm to be like 100% transparent, I'm not a huge fan of jazz. No, I'll listen to it, but not on my own and not on my leisure time. I don't hate jazz, but I don't particularly super like it. I'm more into R&B, which, I mean, it's not jazz, but I mean, like, it's a derivative of jazz, you know? It's just a sort of more melodic, poppy version of jazz. I mean, I'm probably wrong in saying that, but... So no, I mean, like, I don't not like jazz, but it's not like I like jazz. Kit Kat says, if there will be a big project among the anime pianist community, would you be interested in joining it? Absolutely, I would be. And I do kind of feel bad because I wasn't a part of that Animens project. I really wanted to be. When I saw it, I was like, darn it, dude. But I do understand. I mean, like, you know, I had been out of the YouTube game for a while, so I understand why I wasn't contacted. But if I was contacted, I 100% would have said yes. So yeah, if anything like that ever happens again, please do contact me. Whoever, you know, whoever's in charge of it. You watched that? I absolutely did, dude. That was freaking amazing. I did feel bad as well, though, because half of, maybe even over half of the anime pianists I wasn't familiar with, and that's kind of how I knew, like, oh my gosh, I've been out of the game for quite a while. So I used to know everyone in the community. I literally did for most of the part, or for the most part. But yeah, now that I realize that I'm not familiar with most of the people, I feel like, dang, this thing is definitely grown. And it's like a lot of the people that I used to converse with and be in groups with, they don't even use YouTube anymore either. So yeah, but it is good to know that anime piano does live on through some of the newer pianists to YouTube. So that makes me happy. Super 6 says, R&B is my shit, just to chill and listen to. Yeah, R&B is the shit. Kid Cat says, I was gonna invite you, but you were gone. No, like I said, dude, No worries. I totally understand. Um, I wasn't active, so it makes sense. I mean, I totally understand. But like I said, like I will definitely say yes if anything like that in the future comes along. Weavend, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Says I want to hear Unravel. Excuse me. If I play Unravel, I'm most likely just going to I'm going to cheat and play the slow version because I'm a little bit tired and I don't really feel like exerting a lot of energy right now. So as long as that's okay with you, I can play Unravel, but the slow version without the drop. Super Six says you revived like the same time as Enemans. Yeah, that's like such a coincidence too. But I'm so glad that he is back and he's out of that stupid contract that he was sort of trapped in. When I read that on Facebook, I'm just like, oh my god. Like I even told like everyone, I'm just like, dude, I cannot believe this actually happened. And then when I saw that the enemy pianist community made that video, I'm just like, oh dude, that is the coolest possible thing that you guys could do as far as showing support for Animens. The one person that mostly all of us can say that we've been inspired by at some point. You know. Joshua still wants that call of silence. I see. I'll do Call of Silence and then I'll do Unravel after. I'll like transition into it. Kira says glad that now it's sorted. Same here. Super Six says, yeah, that's so stupid how he has to fight just to get his piano back. I know. That's why I don't ever believe in contracts or signing anything, because they sort of own you. And they can, I think for the most part, do whatever they want, unless you buy yourself out of that contract. So I just kind of feel like it's better to do things yourself. I mean, of course it's a lot more difficult that way, but you don't feel like you're a dog on a leash. Okay, so I'll do Call of Silence and I'll transition into Unravel. Weavend says this stream was the best, or is the best. Was? Okay, well, thank you. Camzy says first time here and you sound fantastic. Thank you. Darling in the Franks, Turikaga. The song is great when improvised. Oh, it's been a long time since I played that one. I don't think I even played it at all after I uploaded that video. I'll probably get to that one next time if you're here. Rice Cracker says, yo, late night never own, for sure. Good to see you, man. Shawnate says, hello. Malik says, hope you'll be playing My Truth sometime. That song got me listening to you. Wibben says, I'm just gonna listen to the Unravel part of the stream over and over again. Beautiful. Thanks, man. Super 6 says, this lazy Unravel is nice. Fits the DJ in hours. Thanks. Sham says, play your line April, please. Joshua says, fantastic. Thank you. These Grace Note variations was a thing of beauty. Thanks, Ariel Clav. Gotta go now. Thanks for playing. Excuse me. Thanks for joining, Kit Kat. See you next time. Lois says, hi Nav. It's been a while since I tuned in to hear you play, but your style never gets old. Thank you for playing. Well, thank you for listening. It's 2:39. My goodness. I'll probably get off at 3, so another 20 minutes. Super 6 says, can you play Scum's theme or let me hear? Pianography says, thanks for the stream. Gonna have dinner soon. See you around, dude. See ya. Peace out, Pianography. Malik says, bruh, sleep one. Exactly. I don't even know what that means. I feel like, what do I want to play? I could either do Let Me Hear, like Super Sick requested, or I could do My Truth. Which one would you guys prefer? Type 1 in the chat for My Truth. Type 2 in the chat for Let Me Hear. Whichever one gets more votes, I'll do that one. Wibben says, I love your voice. Thank you. The ASMR voice. Roy says, first time catching one of your streams. I love your waiting in the rain. You're waiting for the... It's waiting in the rain for sure. Is it waiting? Wait, is it waiting in the rain or is it waiting for the rain? Now I'm kind of confused. I'm not sure. Let's see. In the rain. Oh. Yo. Thank you so much, Vital, for the second donation, dude. I really appreciate that. I can definitely play the Canaria song. But first, let me get the votes counted. So far, 2's winning. Ooh, so there's no 1s in the chat. Okay, so it is for waiting for the rain. Waiting in the rain, waiting for the rain. Wait, I mean, yeah, okay, for sure. Um, this may sound stupid to me, but like, I have like really bad short-term memory. Number 2 was Let Me Hear, correct? Or it was, I'm pretty sure number 2 was Let Me Hear. Like, can you guys confirm that? Yeah, okay, for sure. So Let Me Hear was definitely number 2. Okay. I honestly thought that number 1 would have won. I really thought that My Truth would be the more popular one, but okay. So I guess Let Me Hear it is. And I'll get to the Quledia code, Canaria song, Vital. So, okay, so I don't want to do this. I'll do Let Me Hear, and then I'll transition into Canaria song. Hope that works. Okay, let's do that. Let's see here. Weaven says, what piano is that? That is the Nord Stage 2. Okay. So, Let Me Hear into Canaria song, for sure. Super Six says, damn, that transition. Oiven says, I'm not watching many streams. I'm busy watching anime, but I really enjoy your streams. So glad that I found your channel a few months ago. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Kira says, awesome. Thank you. Super Six says, hey Nav, not a request, but I'm assuming that you've played Kingdom Hearts 3. Did you learn Face My Fear? I actually didn't, and I did play Kingdom Hearts 3 and I beat it, but I didn't play Remind. I did not learn Face My Fears, unfortunately. Like, I didn't think it was a bad opening to the game, but I sort of expected a bit more. I mean, I'm not knocking it, I just feel like it doesn't compare to the other two openings. I feel like it's not as memorable. And I thought it was kind of random how, like, Skrillex collabed with Yutari Karu. I'm just like, of all people, they chose Skrillex. I mean, am I right? I think that was Skrillex. When I saw his name, I'm just like, dude, is this 2012? Kira said, I thought you were going to play Haniv? Hanaziv? Cardian, huh? I've never heard about that one. Why does that sound similar? Pock says, can you do some Toradora, please? I actually played that earlier in the morning. So maybe next time, because I've been playing that quite a bit. Vital 211, you rocked it. Thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Good song choice, by the way. Lois gives me the clapping hands emoji 3 times. Thank you. Super Six says, yeah, it's different, but their visuals are what really hit in the opening scene. No, I definitely agree. The visuals were really sick. But as far as the game, I know it was really pretty, and I know the graphics were beautiful, and I mean, I just feel like it didn't have as much life as the other 2 games. I'm not saying it's a lifeless, but maybe it's the new animations or something, but I just didn't feel immersed. I don't know. That's a really nice OST of Made in Abyss. I've heard of Made in Abyss, but I've never actually checked it out. I guess I'll have to now. He says, I think you'd like it. Okay, for sure. Super says, but I agree, it doesn't compare to Simple and Clean and Sanctuary. Kingdom Hearts 3, in my opinion, was better than 1, but Kingdom Hearts 2 was so much better. Interesting. For me, it probably goes Kingdom Hearts 2. If we're just purely talking about story, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, I guess. Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Then Kingdom Hearts 3, I guess. And also, no, the last one I would say was Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. I just really did not enjoy that one. I waited so long to play it too. When it was released as a remaster on the PS4, I was just so excited. But when I got around to playing it, I was quite disappointed, because I had never had it for the 3DS, so never got around to it till I think 2017, and then I was just disappointed. Torino Uta. I feel like I know that one. Torino Uta. Okay, so Torino Uta, I just listened to it. That was the one that I think I played in the morning. I just don't know the names of a lot of these songs. But yeah, that's the one that goes. Yeah, so that's how it goes. Safin Sarker says, your guitar playing is awesome. Thank you. Super 6 is my personal bias favorite was 368 over 2 days. You know, I never played it, but I did watch all the cutscenes in the remastered 2.5 or something, and I really did enjoy that, and I felt like I wasn't missing out. I feel like that's the only reason I would want to play the game anyway, was just to watch the cutscenes, so I was happy I got to see them in HD. Not enemy songs, but are you familiar with Porter Robinson's newer music? Something comforting, just look in the sky. No pressure to play them, just thought they'd be right up your alley. I've heard them on maybe a few of my friends' Instagram stories, but I've never actually listened to them in its entirety. So I guess I'll have to give it a listen. Yeah, I might actually learn them if they sound good enough to me. Super 6 says, yeah, Dream Drop was pretty bad, not gonna lie. No, I really came into it so excited and so optimistic to play it. And when I got around to it, I'm just like, dude, this is really boring. You had to do a lot of grinding in that game, and it wasn't fun. And you for the most part, I guess, you kind of had to spam the same move over again. I don't know what it's called. It's been a long time since I played it, but that move where you just sort of like latch on to like a pole, you like twirl around and then you just press X and then it does like an insane amount of damage, and it wouldn't make sense for you at all to do any other move other than that, because you'd just be doing yourself a disservice. What's up, Niru? Good to see you. Joshua says yes. Oh my god, I love that one so much. Sad Asian says, damn, he's too good. Thanks, man. Onyx says, assignments plus nav stream and coffee equals A+. I'm glad I can help you get that good grade, man. Gusty says, so good. Ah, thanks, man. Oyvind says, can we see your face? Absolutely understand if you're not willing to put pressure. I kind of don't want to put the camera on my face. I look like all tired and shit right now. But if you check out my Instagram, I mean, it's no secret. Like, you can probably just find it on my channel, and then that's how I look. I'm not like ashamed of how I look or anything. Like, I just don't really want to point the camera at my face right now. Like I said, I just look tired as shit. Yeah, just check out my Instagram. That's how I look. Have you been watching any anime this season? I'll be honest, I haven't been watching any anime at all. I just feel like I'm so out of the game. Not just the anime music game, but the anime game in general. I really feel like anime doesn't have as much of an impact as it used to when I was younger. You know how when parents watch anime, or like older people, they sort of just feel like, dang, why is everyone so melodramatic? Like, why does everyone and all these characters in these cartoons seem like, again, so melodramatic, and why does it seem like everything's so important? And it's not exactly where I'm at, but it's kind of sort of where I'm at. Like, when I watch anime, I'm just like, does it really have to be so... So, I know this is like a lame use of vocabulary, but does this anime have to be so animated? Like, but when I was a kid, I used to think, no, man, that's exactly how I feel inside. You know, but as I got older, I just kind of realized, like, things aren't as serious as anime makes it seem. So when I watch anime now, I'm just like, that's pretty cool, but I'm not like, oh my god, that's me, that's my life now. Maybe it'll come back, or maybe it won't, I don't know. But I feel like I'd have to force myself to watch anime now, and I probably will, just for the sake of, you know, kind of keeping up. And I do kind of want to know what happens in a lot of these animes that like have newer seasons that I never got around to catching up, like Boku no Hero and Attack on Titan. And very sadly, I never watched the Tokyo Ghoul series. I never watched all of it in its entirety. I think I only watched up till like season 3, so I do regret that. Casper says, where are you from? It's 12 a.m. in Sweden. Greetings, man. I'm from Cali, California. Born and raised. Lois says, tuning out for bed now, but thanks for the comforting music and atmosphere. It's been years since my anime days, but love hearing your music, even after all this time. Good to hear. Well, thank you for listening, and have a good night. Samuel Wong says, how do you find anime themed rhythm games like Demo and other RPGs like Genshin? I don't really play rhythm games, and I don't really play anime RPGs. If it's an RPG, it's most likely just going to be like Final Fantasy. Okay. If you ever do stop at Tokyo Ghoul Ray, oh, does that mean that they ruined the rest of the series? I mean, Vital says, I'm in love with OP magic animes. That's funny. Super 6 says, Tokyo Ghoul anime after season 1 is pretty bad. Cool. Oyvens from German. Samuel Wong says, could try to listen to some of their BGMs. Curse is total garbage. Actually quite nice, as Samuel. Rongonglin 2 says bravo, bravo. Thanks so much for the music during a late night work session. Thank you for listening, Rongon. Glad I can provide the background music to your late night work session. Peace out, Vital. It says, I will catch you next time. It's 3 a.m. And I got another 14-hour shift later today. Ooh, that's rough, man. Good luck on your shift, man, at work. Thanks for joining, by the way, Vital, and thank you for your donations. I seriously appreciate you, man. I'll see you next time. Just using one finger with a flex. Wasn't really trying to flex, I'm just messing around. Sad Asian says, I love that song too. Left my ass off, says Nehru. You love to see it. Damn him playing it. Sorry, it says, Wayden says, damn him playing it like that offends me in my piano progress. Super 6 says, did you learn the Hair OST from Guilty Crown? I saw your comment on one of the covers of it. Hair OST. Oh, let me listen to that one. Huh, how does that one go again? Hair. Or Hare? 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 Man, how does that one go? Let's give it a listen. Okay, so I do remember that one, but I don't think I ever learned how to play it, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Have you seen Spirited Away? And if so, any favorite OST? The only Spirited Away song that I know of is this one. What's the most difficult thing you can play? Wyvern says. I'll be honest, I don't think, because I don't play anyone else's arrangements, I only just improvise over my own. I've said this before, but I guess I'll just like, I mean, I still feel the same way. I said this years ago, but I feel like most of my arrangements and most of my improvisations aren't actually that difficult. So the most difficult thing I could play of my own arrangements / improvisations, and it's not even that difficult to begin with if you just practice it, would probably be the Grimgar OP. And it's not even the full song that's difficult, it's mostly just the opening to it, the beginning of it. So the oh my god, I can't even do it slow. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Yeah. That part is just really kind of hard to get down. It's like thing. Casper said, damn, did not expect that. How much time would you say you put into playing piano? If you're talking about like when I started when I was like 11, so a little over 13 years. So I've been playing for a while now. Statsumo or Statusmo says, thank you for your cover of Spirited Away OST. No worries, man, no problem. Glad you enjoyed it. Samuel Wong says, remembered back when Unknown X1 transcribed some of your arrangements, tried learning a few, and those were fun. Yeah, Unknown X1 is the man. He's the boy. Haven't seen or talked to him in a while though. Wrong Gong Lin 2 or the second says, wow, that was amazing. Thanks, man. Canaria is also pretty hard. I remember trying to learn it 2 years ago. I had to give up. I don't know. I don't really think Canaria is really that difficult. I mean, I think it was creative for me to do that. Okay, maybe some people don't consider it that part at the end 3-hand technique. They might just consider it left-hand melody or left-hand octaves. But I consider that 3-hand technique just because, like, I felt like a genius when I came up with that part in the arrangement. I just felt like, even though it's nowhere near his level of 3-hand technique, I just felt like, dude, I just pulled off some anime shit. Like, no lie. When I was actually like recording it, the reason why, if you ever like look in the video, I do this. I rub my hands together, and by the way, the only reason I do that in my live streams too is just 'cause, like, it's kind of a meme. Well, to me it is now. I was rubbing my hands together because I was basically like, I was like, okay, come on, please, let me like freaking pull this off. I'm like, please let me, because the first part of the recording was going so well. I'm just like, dude, please, like, let this last part, let me pull it off so I don't have to record it again. But no, I rubbed my hands together. I'm like, freaking please, and I'm just like. But you know, I didn't give a point. Yeah, just thought that was kind of funny. I was just like, dude, I'm pulling off some anime shit. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. To give that. Samuel Wong says the full chords for Grimgar OP are scary, especially with that left hand jumping everywhere. Huh. I mean, I guess you could say that. Yo, what's good, Caleb? Good to see you, man. I'm doing alright. Pretty tired, though. Probably gonna get off after maybe one more. Super Sick said, oh, I'm gonna get off at 3, he said. Yeah, I know I said that. And here we are at 3:24. 3:30 for sure, though. Lost Stardust. How's that one go? Sorry. It's funny because like I was the first one to post a cover of that song on piano, at least on YouTube, and I don't even remember it. I feel like maybe I played it once or twice after in one of the live streams, or a couple, but I feel like that's one of my least played songs that I did a cover of and a video of, which is kind of funny because it's one of my most viewed videos too. Just actually funny and sad at the same time. I'll eventually relearn it though, so that way I can play it in its entirety and fully in the streams. I'll have to brush up in a lot of the songs that I used to know. Okay, let me see. So I'm gonna do one last one. Okay, so type 1 in the chat for Code Geass Colors, type 2 in the chat for Brave Shine, Fate Stay Night. So 1 in the chat for Colors, 2 in the chat for Brave Shine. I'm fine with either, to be honest. So 1 or 2. 1 Colors, 2 Brave Shine. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So far it's tied. Yeah, if you can, try not to spam, guys, because it's hard for me to count up the votes if you just keep like typing, because I'll have to like keep track of all the names. Shoot, now I have to go to the top. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually even, so yeah, there's 4 votes for 1 and 4 votes for 2. Why not both? I'm actually pretty tired. I don't think I could do both. How about half of each? Okay. I guess half of each can work. Alright, Caleb, half of each it is. Then I'm gonna get off.